Welcome to this lesson on solving equations. We're going to go over a few different ways of solving equations throughout this lesson. We're going to start with the basics and work our way into some more complex equations. The first thing we're going to go over is some key terms here. In this equation, the coefficient is the number that's next to the variable. The variable is typically the letter in the problem. Most times it's x, sometimes it could be y, it could be any letter in the alphabet to solve an equation. So our letter is our variable. The coefficient is the number that's attached to it, and it's attached by multiplication if you remember. A constant is a number all by itself in the equation. And our steps to solving an equation is to first combine all your like terms, whether that be on the same side of the equation or opposite sides. Okay, so for example, we need to get our constants and our coefficients on the same side. In order to get our variable by itself, the whole goal is to get this little x by itself, all the numbers on the right side, to solve our equation. I'm going to start with some easy ones, some one-step equations. One-step equations are just that. They require one step to solve. So for our first equation, we have x plus 3 equals 5. So some number plus 3 equals 5. To solve this, we undo addition by subtracting 3 on both sides, and we get x equals 2. Number 2, we have x minus 6 equals 10. To undo the subtraction, we're going to add 6 to both sides, and we get x equals 16. The way we can check is if I plug 16 back in for the x, 16 minus 6 equals 10. That's true. I know I have the right answer. Number 3 up here, we have 8x equals 40. Remember, when you see a number attached to a variable, it's attached by a subtle multiplication sign. So to undo it, we divide 8 on both sides. So notice we're no longer writing that division symbol. Okay, no longer will we use that as our division symbol. We are going to use kind of a fraction bar. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. 40 divided by 8 leaves us with an answer of x equals 5. Last one on this page, number 4, we have x divided by 6 equals 8. That fraction bar means division. So if we took a multiplication problem like up here and we divided to solve, to undo this, I'm going to multiply by 6 on both sides, and I get x equals 48. If you need a new page in your notebook, we're going to go to two-step equations. So now there are 2 steps required to solve. In our one-step equation, there was one step. We either added, subtracted, multiplied, or divide to solve. Two-step equations, we're going to need to do just that. We're going to need to do 2 steps. And to solve a 2-step equation, we first need to get the constants together on the same side. So if you notice, I have this constant 4 and this 10. I want to get them together on the same side, and I'm going to put them to the right side. So to move a positive 4 to the other side of the equation, I'm going to subtract it. Because 4 minus 4 zeroes it out here. And because of the equal side, what I do on the left side, I have to do on the right. 10 minus 4 is 6. So we get the constants together, and then in step 2, we need to get the variable by itself. So that requires us to either multiply or divide. 2x equals 6. Well, just like our one, it's now down to one step. I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides and get x equals 3. I'm going to solve number 2 real quick. X over 3 minus 5 equals 2. Try this one on your own. If you want to pause the video quick, I'm going to solve it now. We would add 5 to both sides. And we would get x over 3 equals 7. Now that over means a division, so to get it by itself, I'm going to multiply by 3 on both sides, and x equals 21. In a multi-step equation, we need to combine like terms on the same side. So I have 3x and 2x that I'm going to combine to become 5x minus 4 equals 11. Now it's just like a two-step equation. We're going to add 4 to both sides, and we get 5x equals 15. Divide by 5, and I get x equals 3. In this multi-step equation, we've got parentheses. That usually means we can distribute. So from our simplifying days, we know that we can distribute the 2 to both terms. We can get 2x plus 8 equal to 10. Now it's a two-step equation in which I'm going to subtract 8 on both sides. Cancel it out. We get 2x equals 2. Divide by 2, and x equals 1. Now I'm going to show you an equation with variables on both sides. When this happens, we need to get the x's on one side and our constants on the other. So my x's in this equation, we have 6x and 8x. And I want to get them together on the same side. So let's suppose I want to get them to the left side. Well, that means this is a positive 8x. So to move it over, I'm going to subtract 8x. So it cancels out on the left side. 6 minus 8 is negative 2x. We drop down plus positive 3. We have our equal sign. And I've got negative 21. Now it's a two-step equation. Subtract 3 on both sides. We get negative 2x equals negative 24. Divide by negative 2. And we get x equals a positive 12. So with these more complex equations, we just need to simplify them into our two-step and possibly one-step equations to solve in the end.